Hi, Leo. Welcome to your end of June 2025 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Knight of Cups, and this is a romantic energy. This can be a male. Sometimes he might be on the younger side, I would say um, under 40, but I try to avoid limiting it to chronological age. I think that this is simply more youthful energy, so it represents sometimes the person's, in the case of the knight, that love of freedom and that kind of rambunctiousness that the Knight of Swords has. This can be an offer of love. It could be that even if it's not dealing with romance, this can be something connected to artistic endeavors or healing arts endeavors. Maybe it's even a friend who is, suggesting you go in on something with them. And, but this could be like a water sign, male, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, who is professing feelings for you. And I'm not saying that you would necessarily reciprocate. Maybe this is even a surprise for some of you. You didn't expect it. In the past position, I'm going to hold it upright. We have the Hierophant. In the upright position, this card is connected to tradition, marriage, and when it is reversed, you could be kind of like challenging that. So marriage, especially for a fixed sign like Leo, you might feel like if you make vows, you should keep them forever. And yet, if something isn't working out, you might logically say, but what is the point of that? Is this like, is life an endurance test, or is this really serving me and serving the other person? And so it can make you, I should put this how it was, it can make you really turn it on its ear. These you could even call it this indoctrination or programming that doesn't resonate with you based on what you're experiencing right now. So this is really kind of in the reverse position, going against conformity. So it is unconventional thinking or behavior. The higher message is the Two of Wands, and this can indicate that you have to make a choice, and it could even involve where you live. I think with Wands and being a fire sign that you have to really take into account your love of passion in life. I am a Sag. I get it, because fire signs thrive on enthusiasm. If we are not enthused about something, it's going to be very difficult for us to be motivated. An earth sign might be motivated simply by how much money they're making, or this feeling that they are creating a foundation for the rest of their life. Even if they're not making a lot of money right now, they feel like this is a good investment of their energy for the future, that they are building something. And that's fine. Everybody has a different goal, but fire signs tend to need to feel like what they're doing really touches them, and ignites a spark. And if there's a feeling of indifference or boredom or anything like that, that's going to be the kiss of death. And I also think that if this is like two people, that one of them may be romantic and the other one might be exciting. And, of course, Leo, if it's another fire sign or they act like a fire sign, you may feel like, wow, this is exactly what I'm looking for. But the water sign individual, they may be very sentimental. They might have, it's not just about lust or passion, whatever you want to call it. It's about something more than that. And you may be used to one type of interaction with someone and find out that it doesn't ever seem to lead to anything more substantial. So the Knight of Cups can be that person who openly shows you that, you're cared for. And the other thing, if this is connected to work matters, the Hierophant in reverse can be, to me, like going against the grain when it comes to a corporate type of job. I always think of the Hierophant as this kind of conventional type of, it's kind of like a hierarchy and, merit, but, you jump through enough hoops and then you can get to the next level. And the Knight of Cups can be heart-centered, where we talk about those heart-centered businesses. Like I have a heart-centered business. Anybody who works in the healing arts has that, or the creative arts. And it's really coming from a personal place. And Leo people are very warm and they're also very creative. So you can have a lot of gifts to share with others. What crosses you is the Five of Cups, and this is a card of mourning the loss of something. I just realized with this deck, and I've been working with this deck a long time, is that they're showing almost like this, it's like this hole. I was thinking of a vortex, but it's like, because this is a card of, grief. And it's like when you have grief that is not really investigated. In other words, you're just upset about something, but you're not really thinking about it at a higher level. You're just thinking about how it makes you feel. And there are, when we analyze why we're upset about something, we may realize that we have come to erroneous conclusions about it. And so I just see like that hole, and I'm thinking about how, something can get deeper and deeper into like a negative type of thinking and feeling. And that can, if you have been hurt, for instance, that can make you feel like you can't trust. Or if you have been in a situation where money is something that you are, had to think about, and now you have found this job that is very well paying, or at least adequate, to imagine quitting that and doing something that is untested, that could be like extremely, threatening. Leo, I was looking on my phone to see something, and I saw like a list of my videos, and apparently I already did your video, and I thought I did, but when I was looking at the list I couldn't see it. So I guess you're getting a bonus reading with this, so lucky you. What's coming in is a Temperance card. This card connects to Sagittarius, and this might be one of those people with the Two of Wands that you're choosing from. And it's also a feeling of balance where I would say, like, the classic Rider-Waite depiction, that a fair number of decks will have kind of like riffing on that, is the angel with one foot on in the water and one foot on land to symbolize the spirit and the material. And that's exactly what I'm, with the Knight of Cups. This is more of the spiritual, like an offer of spiritual involvement. And I would say that you impart your gifts and your energy into, but also balancing it with the need for being grounded, not just getting carried away. And the same thing applies with any kind of romantic involvement. Fire signs tend to be very impulsive, and the outcome card is the Hermit. And this is a card of soul searching. This is a card that's connected to Virgo, by the way. So if there is a Virgo person that is somebody that you trust, that you go to for guidance. But if this, to tell you the truth, this is more of you in solitude, kind of like listening to your own heart and higher self. And, astrologically, we just went into Cancer season, and that's your 12th house. So you're already in this Hermit season, if you will, the month before your solar return. So you may find that you, in the next 30 days, that you are more desiring solitude, that you need more rest, that you are not, you're thinking more deeply, and you're like being more meditative. Because this is a card right below the Two of Wands, so it might be that you're pondering a choice. All right, Leo, that's your bonus reading. If you'd like a private reading, astrology, the tarot, or both, please check the link below for all my offerings. Have a great rest of the month. Bye.